Don't call it a comeback. The Bills pull it off again. 35-31 against the Patriots. Josh Allen, Superman comes through. Welcome to Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Welcome in to another edition of Buffalo Against the World. And we're talking about a victory Monday. The Buffalo Bills pull off a big win, big comeback win, another comeback, third great comeback of the season for the Buffalo Bills, 35-31. The Buffalo Bills continue to show great heart and who we are as a football team. Cuzzo Brad is here in the building, and Cuzzo Brad is going to get us started off with our ritual, but first with some few choice words for everybody out there.
Yeah, welcome to Buffalo Against the World. Thank y'all for tuning in to us. Before we start the show, we want to send thoughts and prayers to the individuals in Australia and the individuals who, families and their loved ones on Brown University as well. That was a tragedy. We're praying for you guys, so stay up. Before we want to start the show with that, on that note, we're going to take y'all around the leagues. Let's go around the league and talk about this crazy NFL week that just happened. All righty, we are going to start off with Thursday night's game in Atlanta. Boy, did Todd Bowles not have a good day that game. The Falcons beat the Buccaneers 29-28. Todd Bowles let off in the post-game interview. It was the most emotion I ever seen out of him, and it was pretty awesome. But this team, unfortunately, lost 28-29. The Bengals actually showed up to play against the – I'm sorry, no, they didn't. The Ravens showed up to beat the Bengals, who didn't show up to play. Beating them 24-0, eliminating the Bengals from playoff contention. Right now, Baltimore technically is still alive. The Raiders just kind of put the uniforms on, just went out there, was like, we'll give it a shot. As they played the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Philadelphia Eagles just mollywopped them, beat them 31-0. The Cardinals showed up to Houston and was like, nah, we're not going to play today. They lost to the Houston Texans 40-20. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers yesterday 16-13. Patrick Mahomes is out for the remainder of the season with a torn ACL. Hey man, Pat, praying for you, bro. You're a worthy opponent. Hey, we're praying for you. Get healthy. We know you'll be back, and we'll be waiting. The Jets went to Jacksonville, and they just didn't play well. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 48-20. The Washington Commanders beat the New York Giants 29-21. The Browns, after some controversy last week, showed up to Chicago and didn't score a touchdown. They lost to the Bears 31-3. The Saints beat the Carolina Panthers 20-17. And the Rams beat the Lions 41-34.
That was a game.
Phillip Rivers. Yeah, it was a game. It was a great game. Phillip Rivers came back from his 40-year-old couch after coaching his son's team and lost to the Seattle Seahawks 18-16. Respect Phillip Rivers for coming back.
Before you move on that, man, he actually played a decent game.
He did.
He actually played a decent game.
Hey, man, straight off the couch. Got to respect it. You could have signed literally any other quarterback on the free agent market. Phillip Rivers was just chilling at his son's game, coaching the team. He was done. They were just, him and his 11 children and his wife, he was just chilling. Got the phone call, showed up to play. Respect it. You went out there and had a good game. Respect it, Phillip Rivers. Shout out to you, bro. The Packers lost to the Broncos last night. No, that wasn't last night. Yesterday, 34-26. The 49ers beat the Titans 37-24. The Vikings beat the Cowboys 34-26. Tonight's game is the Dolphins and the Steelers, but you don't have to watch that. And of course,
I will be watching that. We want the Steelers to win.
I don't even care. I don't even care because yesterday, y'all didn't learn from opening week. Y'all didn't learn that this was a Mike Vrabel coach team, and y'all must have thought it was early 2000s all over again. Because yesterday, the Buffalo Bills got it done against the New England Patriots. Cool. Every time we watching a game together and I see the Bills are up and I see we're driving and we can finish them off, I always say the same thing. What do I always say?
CTC. Close the casket on them.
CTC. Close the casket. But unfortunately, for the New England Patriots, they left us alive. They didn't close the casket. They sat there, and I don't know about y'all, but our mothers told us not to play with our food and eat it. And they continue to play, and they continue to play, and they continue to play. And eventually, that crazy man, there goes that man again. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I don't know where he is. That man came out of nowhere.
There he is.
That crazy, that polar bear, that winter soldier from up north, that dude just comes out of nowhere and he just haunts your nightmares. He's a freight train from the underworld. Joshua Patrick Allen showed up and just dominated the second half. Now, to be fair, we're all about fairness. We're all about fairness. The Patriots, they gave a little jab in the second half. They got a big touchdown. 65-yard touchdown from, Trayvon Henderson, Ohio State guy. Respect. And that was it. They learned yesterday, you have to play 4 quarters. It's a 4-quarter game, not a half. They got out. I think it's a Buffalo rope-a-dope. What you think? I think it's a rope-a-dope yesterday.
Absolutely. I think one thing I said last week, I said, it's hard to beat Sean McDermott twice. Sean McDermott defensively, he does figure things out. And unfortunately, we are a second half team, something we definitely need to clean up. But we figured it out. Yep. The defense stepped up a lot better in the second half, with the exception of that big run. But like you said, Cuzzo, again, Buffalo, you leave 17 out there long enough, he's going to, you leave enough time and you leave him out there on the field and you give him opportunities, he's going to do something. Let's run down the stats real quick, Cuzzo Bad. Drake May versus Josh Allen. Drake May had 14 attempts, 14 completions, 23 attempts for 155. He was sacked 3 times and no passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, though, for Drake May. And he had an interception. He was quarterback QBR of 62.8. Josh Allen on the other side of that, 19 of 28, 193, 3 touchdowns, sacked twice, QBR of 123.1. And he also had 11 carries for 48 yards, 4.4 yards a carry. 20 was his longest. James Cook, boy, still letting that boy cook. Another 100-yard game for James Cook, having a career year. 22 carries for 107, 4.9 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. 12 was his long. Khalil Shakir, showing back that Tupac Shakur spirit, comes back with 5 of 65. He was targeted 5 times. Dawson Knox, who just had a baby. Congratulations. Congratulations. And also he had 2 touchdowns, but his second touchdown made him the all-time leading Bills tight end in history. So he's got more.
Surpassing who?
Metzlars?
Hey, there we go. Yes.
Metzlars? Yes.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox also got into it. He got 3 for 34. Joshua Palmer 1 for 16. Ty Johnson 3 for 15. So, Cuzzo, we look at the statistics. The thing that I'm not too happy about is obviously Trayvon Henderson going for 148, 14 for 148. Stevenson had 50. So they combined for about 250 yards rushing. We can't have that. We cannot have that. That's something that needs to be cleaned up. We felt like we were getting better in stopping the run with going back to the 3-4. This one was kind of a setback in the first half. What's your thoughts on the first half of football? I mean, all I told myself is as long as we get 7 before the half, which Josh Allen did, I think we'll still be alive in this one.
I mean, I got to be freaking Morpheus or something, because I was sitting there, with my brothers and my dad and my family. We're watching the game together. My dad who's watching the show, I'm sitting right next to him. I'm like, as long as we got 17, we're good. We're good. Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. They're like, no. What are you talking about? We're down. And my dad said his patented catchphrase from the game we went to. All we need is 5 touchdowns, which we did need 5 touchdowns. And, It was great. It was great. When it got to the first touchdown that we scored, I'm like, if we score before the half, they're gonna kick a field goal. They're gonna fold in the second half because because to quote Rich Paul, the scars in a man's armor, a warrior's armor, could show that he's truly battle tested. And I don't think this Patriots team has been battle tested yet. And they did not show up yesterday. Yeah, they got out to an early lead, fast start, got out there, started running the ball. Drake May did a lot of cute little touchdowns. It was great. Then they got a lucky touchdown in the second half, which is like, all right, that was fine. But I said it when it happened. I'm like, I turned into inner Kobe. You left too much time on the clock. You left way too much time on the clock. And that's what happened. One thing I thought was hilarious. I don't know if you watched this morning. I don't know if you watched it all over the internet. Two things. One, Dave Portnoy had to delete his original video saying he was destroying us, which was hilarious. That's number one. Number two, Mike Vrabel said we didn't get any holding calls the whole game. Were you watching? Dude, we got a holding call. They called a touchdown back because of a holding call. I mean, we scored the next play, but it was a holding call. He's sitting there crying about the refs. Are you serious? Do you not know what team you coach?
Exactly.
Do you not you were on?
Do you not know the team you played for?
Right, you were on the team that invented the tuck rule. On that game, they invented the tuck rule for you. They Spygate, Deflategate. Do you not know what team you're coaching and play for? Are you serious? Oh, I thought it was so great, but that was just a chef's kiss. And we got a hater of the week who admitted they were a hater, which is just chef's kiss. We're gonna get to that later in the show. But I thought yesterday was an ultimate victory. I loved it. Things we got to clean up on defense. We did go back to that 5-2 nickel. It didn't work, and then we kind of switched it back into 4-3. We kind of adjusted. Bills played great in the second half.
Well, what I want to say is that obviously the concern was Stephon Diggs' first game, right? And he was completely a non-factor in this game. 3 for 26. Yeah. He had 4 targets. Matt Collins, we saw him get out there and do some damage out
Great
there.
Catches.
He was the leading receiver. Still don't know how
Mac,
we let
man.
the guy.
Don't
know how we let that guy get away from us. Walked in there barefoot with no shirt on. I missed that mentality. Butte had 1 for 30. Had a big catch.
That wasn't even a catch. Sorry.
He had it. It is what it is. And then Stevenson had 3 for 27. So again, McDermott's got to find that fine balance. That nickel package. Sometimes it will be effective against the pass, but I didn't think that was necessary. That was necessary. I think the number one focus that the Buffalo Bills should be focused on, because we know that New England was going to play us different than the way they played us the first game. The first game, they was not as run heavy. This game, the last game, they moved Stephon Diggs around in the slot and he just killed us and opened everything else up. This game, they came out trying to run the football down our throat, and that's exactly what they did. So McDermott has got to find that fine balance. Once he figures out what the offense is doing to him, he needs to adjust right away. So that's one criticism I'll give him. But big shout out to these guys, man. These guys dug in. Second half, they could have really, tucked their heads and just said, you know what, let's just get ready to go home. And they didn't blink. They did not blink, especially Josh Allen coming out, throwing those 3 touchdown passes. One was taken away, the run for the touchdown. But ultimately, man, those guys gelled together. And it's been the same thing we've been preaching all year, Cuzzo. We've been preaching your 3 blessed players, Khalil Shakir, your tight ends, and your running backs, right?
Yeah, yes.
And James Cook scored twice. Dawson Knox scored twice. So this is exactly what we're talking about. And I'm really proud of Dawson Knox because we were talking just a few weeks ago about him this dude is a non-factor.
Yeah.
He was really being a non-factor, and he really stepped up to the plate. Maybe being a new dad was a big thing for him.
I mean, hey man, we can relate, man. When you become a dad, it's just something different. It's just something. It brings something out of you. One guy I want to give a shout out, who I don't hear a lot of praise for, but really should get more praise, and I actually voted him for the Pro Bowl today. Ray Davis on kick returns. He was great yesterday, and he's not getting a lot of praise for what he did. I voted for him for a Pro Bowl spot, and I wish we had the link because I would share the link with you guys. But go on to Bill's Facebook or Twitter right now. Ray Davis should be the kick return specialist in the Pro Bowl because he was phenomenal. He always put us in good field position yesterday. Big play, Ray. Shouting you out, bro, because you did your thing yesterday too, and people forget about that.
I feel like he's earned himself some more touches on the offense as well. Hopefully we get that going. Matt Milano led the team with 2 sacks. And Rousseau actually got into the business. He had 2 tackles, and one of them was a sack. So shout out to Rousseau. Rousseau, you still got to get you some moves, bro. You got 2.5 sacks on the season. Man, I hope you're saving something for the playoffs because what I'm seeing is.
I hope so too, bro. Because man, it has not been your year.
Yeah, it's been horrible. You just got a contract. Come on, bro. So
yeah, for real.
I think ultimately this team showed their heart. Josh Allen put Drake May back in his place. Little bruh,
for real,
get behind me.
You were good, kid.
Little bruh, get behind me. You know, you ain't ready to beat Big Bruh yet. You're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Not sweeping us. Not sweeping us, bro.
Not to this year. Nah. And you know what? It was funny because it took me back to 93 in The Mask. Remember what Jim Carrey said to old boy from The Mask who passed away, rest in peace? He said, "You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best." And that was facts. And I got to tell you, the Patriots are afraid. They are afraid. They haven't seen playoff Winter Soldier Josh. You got nice, it's fall, it's October Josh. You ain't seen Winter Josh. That's a different animal. That's a different type of polar bear. And he only eats meat. So, hey, man, I think the rest of the league is scared too. Like, wow.
After those past 2 games versus Burrow and now against, Drake May, I think the league is back on notice to Josh Allen's greatness.
Exactly.
The league is back on notice till this guy possibly could win back-to-back MVPs.
Facts.
He possibly can win back-to-back. I mean, he might have just spoiled Drake May's MVP opportunity right there.
Yeah.
Just because when you played up against the Bear, you didn't want no problems with that Bear.
Yeah, we beat ourselves the last time we played them. We beat ourselves pretty much. They came out. They had a great game when they came to the Ralph. They had a great game, and we had to let them know, hey, man, we only gave you the crown so we can knock it off your head and put it back on ours. Put them T-shirts back in the room, lock the door. You might be donating them to charity because you ain't won the crown just yet.
Not yet. Take a look at the playoff picture right now as we speak. Denver is still on top of the AFC. Right behind them is New England. So this is what the playoffs would look like if it were to start today. You're talking about New England versus Houston, Buffalo versus Jacksonville, the LA Chargers versus Pittsburgh, and Denver would be sitting out. And the NFC, man, NFC's actually, they're kind of tough, man. They're tough, some tough guys over there, some tough teams to play. But that's how it would look if the playoffs started tomorrow.
I want to see Philly and San Francisco go at it, and I want to see the Green Bay Packers and Bears go at it again. Oh yeah, those were awesome games. Those were awesome games, and I definitely want to see that again. And if it comes down to it, we just have to eliminate the Jaguars in the first rounds and take on whoever and beat the crap out of them too. So I mean, we got it. We can do Road Warriors. We did it before. We can beat the Road Warriors and just beat everybody in their home turf. We're good.
Yep. And at the end of the day, winning out is the best option for us. That'll take us to our hater of the week.
If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
Keep the hate coming. Buffalo Against the World show.
Turn me on some more so my haters can hit.
As you know, we wouldn't be Buffalo Against the World if we didn't have haters, if we didn't have people against us. Cuzzo Brad, who is this week's hater of the week?
Yeah, this gotta be history. This gotta be history right here. This is the first hater of the week who actually admitted that they were a hater. This has got to be history right here. And it's our good old pal from Kansas City. And I can see why you're doing this. Your team ain't make the playoffs. Oh man, feels bad, doesn't it? But good old Nick Wright had a little message for the Bills Mafia. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you really quick. Here we go.
The Bills have to make the Super Bowl this year. If they walk into the playoffs and the Ravens aren't there and Joe Burrow's not there and Patrick Mahomes isn't there, it would be a catastrophe for Buffalo to not make the Super Bowl. Standing between them, Bo Nix's Denver Broncos, first playoff appearance, Drake May, the Prince and the Jags, a moribund offense in Houston, 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, and then the Chargers and Justin Herbert. It could not be better set up for them. The hater in me also feels like having the yeah, but you won the Super Bowl the year Mahomes wasn't in the playoffs. I mean, it's like a mini Super. I'm just letting everyone know I might turn into the next few months a world-class hater.
Oh my God. No, what, dude, I was so with you. I was so with you until you just had to call yourself the hater. So, I mean, with that being said, Nick Wright, man, maybe next year. Well, too bad. Maybe next year, bro. Maybe next year. It's still room in the family. You come over. Man. Trade in your yellow and red for red, white, and blue. It's cool over here, man. We got, we put you to a table, we get you a brewski out there at the game, get you some pizza. Bro, you good. It's room to come over. I have a hat for you.
I think he's still salty about that mustard and ketchup spray on his face that they did. I think he's still salty about that.
Oh, yeah. He's still salty. But Nick Wright, you are officially self-proclaimed. I didn't even have to search for this. You called yourself a hater of the week, so we'll give you the hater of the week. You're welcome. Maybe next year. Sorry,
all
KC.
Right. That'll take us to our winner in a second.
It's us against the world. It's us against Buffalo against the world. It's us against.
All right, Cuzzo Brad, we talked about this team and the good things about the team, but there are some things. And please drop comments below as you read this and really think about this before you say something. Drop comments below on the win or sin. Bills are a second half team. Is that a win or a sin, especially for the playoffs, for the Buffalo Bills, that we're a second half team? Now, there's some teams that are watching tape, some teams that are watching film, Cuzzo Brad, and they're going to realize that we got to put the Bills away. If we go up 21-0, we know that this team can come back and score in bunches. We got to pound them, keep pounding them into the ground like Nuclear Man did Superman. And at the end of the day, I think obviously this is the season, which is preparation for the postseason. But I would say it's not a recipe to win in the playoffs. I think it defines character in the season. So I would have to go with it's a sin. It's great that we won. We came out on top. It's built resilience in this team. But I believe ultimately it's not the way we want to be.
I disagree. I think it's a win for the Buffalo Bills and a sin for the rest of the league. Bills being a second half team, it doesn't look good when you're watching the game or when people are trying to analyze it. But for the Bills, it gives them confidence going into the playoffs. We ain't never out of it. We're never out of the game. And it frustrates other teams because it goes to that old reference from Batman Returns, I think it was. Why can't you just die? You can't kill us. You can't kill us. You're going to have to put us in a casket. You have to put us to bed. If you don't do it, I said it on the show so many times. If you try to get into a shootout with the Buffalo Bills, you will lose. You can't get in a shootout with 17 on the field. And if you're up, it's great in the second half. It's great in the first half. It looks pretty. Looks great for the first half highlights. But when it's a 4-quarter game and you're on the other team and 17 is staring across from you with those laser beams in his eyes, bro, we not out of it. I'm good.
Sandra says it's a sin. I agree with you, Sandra. I again, let me be very clear, Cuzzo, for the season is fine. But I think Buffalo has got to start at this point going forward. It was great. We had the 3 comebacks, one against Lamar. We had another one against Joe Burrow. We had another one this week, back to back. I don't like the feeling. I think we're better than a lot of these teams. And I think we should show that we're better than them right away. Joe Brady's got to do a better job of calling better plays in the offense in the first half. I mean, the first half statistics were atrocious. Defense played horrible. They were atrocious. It was atrocious. I believe Josh Allen in like the first 2 quarters had like 14 yards passing. Like it was terrible. Things like that, going 3 and outs. We just weren't in sync. We were not in sync, and keep it real. Did you ever feel like we're out of this game? Did you feel that way? Keep it real. I didn't feel that way. No, I didn't feel like. Because the week before we just did it. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
Like the week before we just did it, so of course I didn't feel that way. But it's just not the way to go. It's not the way.
It don't look pretty.
Win. It's not the way to win in the playoffs or the Super Bowl. Please, don't sign me up for that in the Super Bowl, man. Don't sign me up for that, please. Please don't sign me up for that.
Ask Atlanta how it feels. Atlanta how it feels, because they were up 28-7. Ask them how it feels. They were in the Super Bowl. Ask them how it feels.
I don't think no one is gonna beat us like that. Come back and beat us. We know not to let our foot up on the
exactly.
gas.
We know.
But I just want our team to play to the potential that of Buffalo Bill football from out the gate. Go out, punch teams in the mouth. Like, don't play around with them. So
I get it. I understand, but you gotta understand too. We don't have the evil nemesis in the playoffs this year. All of the other teams have never seen the Winter Soldier. The Steelers haven't. Well, yeah.
I just think that we can't rely on one guy, cuz. It's important that you froze, cuz. You froze. Come out and come back in. So I like I said, I personally believe that it's important for the Buffalo Bills to start off a lot faster. Why? Because it's not a recipe to win in the postseason. There's a lot of teams coming for us. There's a lot of young guys. Now you look at this playoff picture here that we just posted up here. You think about the players. Aaron Rodgers, not worried about him. That young boy for the Chargers, maybe a little somebody to worry about. Jacksonville, not too worried about them. Houston, they're definitely a threat. And we saw that when we played them, and they've shown consistency with that number 1 defense. Teams like that cannot play with your food. You cannot play with your food. So I think it's a sin that we are a second half team. At this point, we need to be better all 4 quarters of the game. All right, while we wait for Cuzzo Brad to get back in here, we are going to move right along to our top 5 segment.
This is BA Dubs top 5 segment. Buffalo, get ready.
Getting hot.
You got him? Well, let's get him.
All right, so our top 5 segment. Number 5, I got to start, man. And, man, I got to give high praise to Dawson Knox. Like, Dawson Knox, man, he didn't have a lot of yards, didn't have a lot of catches, but 2 touchdowns, man. 2 touchdowns. Got to give him high praise. Cuzzo Brad, we're on our top 5 segment now. And I started number 5 at Dawson Knox. 2 touchdowns, 3 catches, 37 yards. Not a big statistical game, but Dawson Knox does what Dawson Knox does. He just catches touchdowns. So big shout out to Dawson Knox. He's my number 5. Who you got as number 4?
Ray Davis. Ray Davis is my number 4. His kick returns yesterday put us in perfect field position every single time he touched the ball on the kickoff. So I want to give Ray Davis the number 4. He didn't score a touchdown, but he was the building blocks to those drives that we had, especially those 5 touchdown drives, 5 straight touchdown drives. So I got to give it to him.
This one's going to be a surprise to you. Tre'Davious White is my number 3 player this game. Tre'Davious made a big interception in this game that really turned the tides to this game. Timely. You know, one thing we got to say about Trey White, he's played every game pretty much. He struggled. He has struggled. He's not the player that he once was, but it's seeming like midseason form for him. The game is starting to slow back down to him again, and he's playing a lot better and a lot more safer than he has before. So in the past, so he's got to be my number 3 player of top 5 player.
All right. I'm going to go to Coach Sean McDermott is number 2. Number 2, Coach Sean McDermott for keeping the guys heads in the game, making the adjustments at halftime, making sure the guys did not blink and stay in the course and riding the ship to a victory. So I got to go Sean McDermott, number 2.
All right, I think we know it's a toss-up here, though. This is a tie, man. James Cook and Josh Allen. I mean, James Cook, another 100-yard game for him. Josh Allen, a 3-touchdown game. I mean, without these 2 guys, we don't win this game, man. We don't win this game. James Cook is playing at an elite level right now. This is a guy that a lot of people questioned whether he deserved the money that he was asking for. And he got the money that he asked for. He's performing like it. He's performing like it week in and week out. First half, they shot out to shut James Cook down. They really, I watched them practice. I watched some of their practices that came on New England News, and they had a guy scouted as number 4, and they were working on a lot of Bills plays to try to stop James Cook. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. You know, James Cook has literally taken reps away from guys like Ray Davis, who you mentioned, who's playing at an elite level in special teams. But James Cook he's just taking a boatload right now. He's taking a boatload of carries, and he's keeping good players off of the field. That's how good he's playing, man. And, you know, he didn't do much in the receiving game, but he's blocking better.
He caught a touchdown.
No, he didn't catch a touchdown.
He did. He caught the first one.
Yes, he did. He did catch a touchdown. He had 3. Excuse me. He had 3 total touchdowns.
Jimmy 3-piece. Well, no biscuit.
Yep. So amazing game for him. But it's between him and Josh Allen, obviously. Him and Josh Allen, they continue to be the 2 best players on this team. And, you know, we got to split that one in half. We can't give it to one or the other.
All right, we'll do that. That's fine. Just got to hold on to the football there, Jimmy. Just hold on to the ball.
Jimmy, you almost did it again. Trying to stretch over
almost.
Oh, boy.
Almost.
Jimmy, you got to stop that.
Nice, though. That was dope, though. That was a dope stretch to the end zone. That was pretty dope. I got to give him credit because I didn't think that was a touchdown until I watched the replay. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so. John
Roberts said it, what we've been saying on this podcast. Know your personnel.
Yeah.
Know your personnel. Okay. You have 3 great running backs. You have 3 good tight ends. 1 great one, 2 other good ones. That's the strength of your offense right now.
Yeah.
If you can get a guy, if you can get a Palmer to stretch the field every now and then, so be it. But he's not consistent.
I mean, none of these.
Coleman, not consistent. Shakir is consistent.
He hit or miss.
He's consistent. He's been the most consistent receiver we've had over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is it good enough? Khalil Shakir is kind of like a mini tight end out there. He's like a Welker. He's like a Welker.
Yeah.
He's you know, he's gonna get you some yak, right? He's going to get you some yak.
And that's what the Bills try to do. That's what the Bills offense is designed to do. The Bills' offense is not to stretch the field and throw it down the field. The Bills' design offense and Joe Brady's scheme is to get yards after catch and yards after contact. They don't do the down the field, the post routes and the corner routes and the long streaks. They don't do that. They do across the middle, run after the catch, screen pass with blocking. That's how Joe Brady apparently thinks we're just going to beat everybody. And it does work from time to time, but a team like the Texans and a team like Denver, you're going to have to switch that up. Just saying. That would be my only gripe, because those screens and those drag routes across the middle are not going to work against those teams. You got to do something different. And I think that's where Josh Allen and Jimmy Cook are going to come into play when it comes to those teams.
Sandra also brings up a good point that Gabe was inactive this time. Coleman got an opportunity to shine. He did absolutely nothing again, but I did see my man out there blocking a little bit. Did see him doing some blocking. Is he a better blocker than Gabe? I don't think so. I don't think he's a better receiver than Gabe. But at the end of the day, you know, Bean probably doesn't want to break the young man's spirit at this point. But we're getting nothing. We're getting nothing out of that guy. You know, I think Gabe, you know, Cuzzo, I'm a student of the game, right? And I see things from a couple different perspectives. I see things from a talent perspective. I see things from a decoy perspective, and I see things from a what a defense respects perspective, right? If I'm a defensive coordinator, knowing the criticism that Keon Coleman has had and knowing that basically this kid's spirit may be broken, I'm laughing if you're putting Gabe Davis in the inactive list and putting Coleman out there, because Gabe Davis is a guy who actually has earned some respect in the league to attract, you know, possibly a safety over the top. Coleman has not. He has not. So I don't think that was a good decision by the organization to send Gabe Davis inactive this game, and I hope they don't do that more often. I think with a guy like Coleman, he's got to learn some hard lessons. I'm not saying break the kid, but he's got to learn some hard lessons. If you want to last in this NFL, you got to be better than everybody out there. You got to be at least top 3 receivers because you was drafted number 2 overall. You need to prove that, man.
No, he wasn't. He was drafted in the second round.
Drafted, you know what I mean, in the second round.
Yeah.
Number one pick for the Bills.
For
the Bills.
Yeah.
Number one pick for the Bills. Like, you got to show that. You know what I'm saying? You got to show something. And right now, you're showing that you're a practice squad player at best. So I don't want to see Gabe inactive anymore. Takes a threat away. And like I said before, some guys are just out there because their name, their decoy, their threat of what they possibly could do. Keon Coleman is neither of those things.
I mean, I think just the whole receiving room needs a rebuild, man. We are Brandon Beane is trying everything he can. He done threw Nicole Hardman. He got Brandon Cooks out there. He got, you know, Keon Coleman, Gabe Davis. Sometimes you got your boy. You know, you got well, I don't even know what happened to Elijah Moore. I don't even know if he's still.
They got rid of him. They let him go.
They got rid of him. Okay. Do we have Curtis Samuel anymore? We don't have Curtis Samuel anymore.
Curtis Samuel is on IR.
He's on IR. Like, I don't even know.
Hartman is his window is open to return within the next, you know, he's day to day. We'll see what happens, as John just mentioned. We're getting nothing out of Brandon Cook. We're getting nothing there either. You know.
It's not. I mean, all of them are not creating separation. One thing about the Patriots yesterday, and they did this a lot in the first half, they were playing a lot of man-to-man press because they knew that our guys couldn't get off the press, and they knew they could play man-to-man against us, and it was working. That is disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Where you can look on the other side of we can look from a defensive perspective. We're going to play you man on man. We're not going to use any safety help. They're playing a lot of man, and they know our receivers can't get off they can't create separation. But when you got Josh Allen back there, it makes it easy because you keep winning. So I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season this year. I mean, you're going to keep Shakir because he's good at the slot, but the other dudes, man, they got to go. We got to overhaul. We got to overhaul these receivers, man. We need to bring in some dudes because I'm going to be real, and I hate saying this. All of these dudes that we have in the receiver room, they would be number 3 receivers on other teams. All of them.
They wouldn't even be that. They'd be practice.
I think Khalil will be a number 3.
Khalil would be a great number 3 anywhere, really.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's a number 3 for us, technically. He's a number 3 for us. He should be number 1 the way, you know. But if he had
we don't have
an outside guy. We don't have an outside guy. Yeah. We trying to establish Brandon Cook as that, but you know, I don't know. I don't know, Cuzzo. I don't know if it's scheme. I don't know if Joe Brady has, you know, since he's got this everybody eats mentality, he just lost track of the skilled guys, like, you know, the speed guys that you have and the abilities to use them. It just seems like, okay, he's a speed guy. He's a deep post guy. That's it. Okay, there's some guys who can be in the slot that are speed guys that you can move them into the slot and they can just do damage. So it's certain things that Joe Brady has to mix up to get these other guys, to get Shavers involved, to get, you know, even Coleman, to get these other guys involved. And it doesn't seem like he's doing a good job scheming them open. So,
well, I mean, hey, we're just going to have to continue to play our game. Run the ball with Jimmy 3-piece, use the 3 tight ends, and let Josh play Superman. I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's broke.
Hopefully next year.
It's broke.
It ain't. We win it.
We can't. It's not a recipe because you're gonna get. We can't get 17 hurt, man. We gotta do better. We
can't get them hurt.
We gotta help,
but we win it.
We gotta help them. I'm not one of those guys that, you know, if I'm on any team, the type of human being I am, I'm not going to sit back and let you do all the work. You know what I'm saying? And no man should be like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a bunch of hang-arounders that just want to see Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Jimmy 3-piece, he's not like that. He says, I'm going to contribute. Give me the ball. I'm going to contribute.
His business.
You know what I'm saying?
Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, same way.
Hey,
it worked.
Dawson Knox has not consistently been that guy. Let's be honest here.
He's come on lately, but Kincaid has made plays. Kincaid
just hasn't been healthy. You know,
right?
Khalil Shakir has, but he's only one guy. Mm-hmm. You know, so we got to, as a unit, guys have to have a mentality of, how can I help you, Josh? What can I do to make us a more complete team? What can I do to make defenses look at me and watch what I'm doing, to open it up for you? You know what I'm saying? And that's the mentality these guys got to play with. And I hope McDermott is really trying to get that out of his guys. Let's go over to our next segment, our new segment, Fill in the Blank. All right, cuz you got one, I got one. You started this segment, so you go first.
All right, fill in the blank. Sean McDermott will be blank if the Bills do not win the Super Bowl.
Drop comments below. Sean McDermott will be blank if the Bills do not win the Super Bowl. I'll take a shot at this.
Go ahead, you go first.
I think it depends how this goes.
It's blank. We got to fill in the blank. Come on. It's tough. Come on.
You know what? Yeah, he'll be fired. He should be. He should be fired. He should be fired. He should be fired. I mean, at this point, man, I've been watching a lot of John Gruden's podcast, and that's the guy I actually wanted.
He ain't coming back.
That's the guy I actually wanted to coach the Buffalo Bills because he's in love with Josh Allen, and I just think Josh would thrive under his offensive guru mind. But 8 years, man, 8 seasons, no Super Bowl. It couldn't be a better path right now. Josh Allen has, look at the storybook of this. Josh Allen has beaten Lamar Jackson this year. He's beat Patrick Mahomes this year. He's beaten Joe Burrow this year. It would be storybook now to go all the way. It would be absolutely storybook for the Buffalo Bills to do it because and Nick Wright can say what he wants, but ultimately Josh Allen did beat those guys this year. You know what I'm saying?
He did. All of them.
It would be absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. The Bills have the most experience out of all these teams in the AFC. Let's take a look at it. Cuz. Real quick. More experience than Bo Nix. Not more experience than Aaron Rodgers, but he's 41 years old. Come on.
He's old.
More experience than what's his name in Jacksonville. Blake, whatever his name is. I forget his name.
What? You said Jacksonville or Jacksonville? What's Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. I was about to say something. Blake something. And then Drake May. I was thinking about Drake May. Drake May and then Stroud, right? Josh Allen
and Herbert
and Justin Herbert. Josh Allen is more experienced than all of those quarterbacks with the exception of 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who's a shell of himself.
Facts.
Still a shell of himself. So honestly, and then even if we go to the Super Bowl, we have a better quarterback than everybody in the NFC. Everybody.
Another fact.
I mean, Stafford is playing at a high level. Don't get this twisted. Stafford is playing crazy right now. I don't watch a lot of NFC games, but he's playing out of his mind right now. He's got 35 total touchdowns.
How about Dalton, man? How about remember the first man? Dalton was a first round pick. I'm not Dalton. Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford. Hey, he was right there when he was drafted right before Josh Allen went to the Jets, which should be a sin in itself. But Smith and Jigba leading the league in receiving. Like, dude is unstoppable. So Seattle, hey man, that might be a tough team to play. They got no defense, but
ultimately, around the league, they're telling you Josh Allen is the best football player in the NFL.
Facts.
And in the way the playoffs sort of start today, you know, McDermott with this quarterback right here, who can pretty much do wonders for you, you absolutely deserve to be fired if you can't win the Super Bowl this year. Fired. All right. Let's get some comments here because they're good.
Okay.
Sandra says he's still the head coach if the Bills don't win the Super Bowl. Sandra, hey, that's up to you.
You want me to fill in the blank?
Go ahead, fill it in.
Sean McDermott, if the Bills do not win the Super Bowl, will be brought back another year. As long as we don't get knocked out in the first round. We get knocked out in the first round, it is over. It's over. If we get knocked out in a wild card game, he might as well pack his bags, and Cleveland might as well send a ferry or New Jersey or whoever wants Sean McDermott because he's going to get a job. He's going to get hired. A lot of garbage teams in the league. He's going to get hired by some other team. So, I mean, let's be real. The team we're playing this week, they are looking at Sean McDermott like, you know, what's up, Sean? Hey, how you doing? Other side of Lake Erie can use you. We got Myles Garrett on the defense. We got Shador.
I mean, as long as I got 17, like I think, you know, we're clearly needing a better offensive minded coach, you know. I think that would be a challenge for Josh. I think bringing in somebody like Dable as OC would give him some comfort. Something Gruden, I don't think would be past somebody like a Gruden to do. But again, we're thinking too far. That's next season. Let's get through this season. But drop comments below. What do you think if the Buffalo Bills do not win the Super Bowl?
Was that the only comment?
Blank will happen to Sean McDermott. No, nothing else. That was it.
All right, what's yours?
All right, my question is, who poses to be the biggest threat to the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl in the playoff picture? Right. So let's split up. Who poses, drop comments below, who poses to be the biggest threat to the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl? So this is all of these teams here. What team stands in the way? Cuzzle Brad.
Denver.
Let's fill in the blank. So I'm gonna have to put the blank in there. This team,
Blank.
blank is the biggest threat to the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl. Who is that? Who's
Denver
in the
Broncos. Denver Broncos.
Huh.
The Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, that defense. Yeah, Bo Nix he started out hot, kind of fell off a little bit. You know, they still have a decent offense, but that defense is scary good. And Sean Payton, he knows how to scheme. He knows how to scheme against any team. So I would say the Denver Broncos are the biggest threat. And we will be going on the road to play them in at Mile High. So I would say the Denver Broncos would be the biggest threat.
I'm going to say the LA Rams. I'm going to say the Rams are
the LA Rams. They're not there in the NFC.
We talking about in this entire picture. And who is a team that can stop the Bills from winning the Super Bowl? That's the question.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're right.
Okay, so the Rams to me pose the biggest threat. They have Super Bowl experience. Probably behind them would be Philly, obviously, if they can get some things together. But once again, I'm a believer in consistency. I'm a believer that guys who've got it done before know a little better than the other younger teams how to get it done. I thought Green Bay in the beginning of the season was going to be in the cuffs of something. It's not looking that way. They're in the picture, but they're definitely underperformed this year. So I'm going to have to say the LA Rams. Drop comments below. What team this blank poses the biggest threat to the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl? What team is that? Drop comments below.
That is interesting because I never thought about. I mean, I do watch the Rams and they are good. I think we would be able to take them. if it came down to it. They have a great receiving core, but I think us at full strength. I mean, they're a passing team. They do run a little bit, but they're a passing team. Them against us at full strength, I think we got them. I think we would have them in the Super Bowl. I like Stafford. I love Stafford. I love Puka Nacua. I love the offense that they have over there. I think we'd be able to take them. I gotta give it. We last year, we took them to the limit last year.
Who thrashed us. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he did.
He had no answer for him. He
no answer at all. Yeah, Sean McVay had a great game plan.
I don't.
They took us to the limit. We took them to the limit too, though, because they had no answer for us either. Until they were the only team that got into a shootout with us and actually pulled it off.
Yeah,
that would be a great Super Bowl. What happened in Detroit? What happened in Detroit?
Yeah,
are they on there?
I mean, they're not on there. They got blew out the other day. But they got blew out.
Oh man, I feel bad for Motor City, man.
Yeah, man, they lost. I think they're still in the hunt, so to speak, but they're not in the picture right now.
That's
they're
sad.
Not in the picture right now. We thought they were like Dan Campbell was on that trajectory to
like man, this was like the next leap, bro. We was rooting for them.
Well. Ultimately, we're gonna root for our team more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't see nobody in the AFC with a threat. Okay, I respect it. I like the confidence. So we just going Road Warrior all the way to the Super Bowl, huh? We're gonna take it to the AFC Raiders of the 2000s.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, no, he's got the most experience, but Josh Allen clearly head to head is gonna beat him. Like, let's be honest. Pittsburgh doesn't have what it takes, to go deep into the playoffs at all. They don't, Metcalf has been a disappointment this year over there. He would have been better with us, but hey, who am I? Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and I'm sure he's regretting it right now. A-Rod,
I don't think Houston gets out of New England, bro. I honestly think if the playoffs started today, Houston would not beat New England at Foxborough. They have a good defense, but I think New England would take them out. And we would play the Broncos, who we played last year in the playoffs. And hey, man, we tried to warn them. We said, look, man, move or you're going to be moved. And they came to the Ralph all confident, talking about, we want Buffalo. And hey, we blew them out last year. So, but they're a different team.
Like Bo Nix is into that scheme. That scheme works for him. But Bo Nix is he's no blockbuster, man. He's no blockbuster.
That defense is serious.
He's a game manager. Let's be honest here. That defense is serious. He's a game manager.
Yeah. That defense is serious, bro.
But would you say that Houston can't be the Patriots? Oh, yes, they can.
I don't think they can.
Oh, yes, they can. Houston can beat anybody with that defense. That defense scares
I don't know. They've been looking soft.
Nightmares.
They've been looking soft. Look at the past couple of weeks. I think Houston, their defense is great. They have a great defense. Like DeMeco Ryans got them boys balling.
Somebody out yesterday, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
But I don't think they have enough to beat New England. I'm gonna be real. I don't think they would have enough.
Cardinals out 40-20, bro.
That's the Cardinals. They don't even. They have Jacoby. Hold on. About the Cardinals, they sat Kyler Murray because he'll probably play for the Jets next year. But they sat Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett just came in and set a record for the most completions in a football game. Jacoby Brissett. Like, come on, man. Like, really? That's the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett set a record for the Cardinals, bro. Oh, Kyler Murray, you should have played baseball.
Yeah. All right, that'll take us to our final segment, which is our Bills Mafia trivia.
The party starts in 3, 2, 1.
All right, Cuzzo. Bills Mafia trivia. Cuzzo Brad is going to drop it on us. What is this week's Bills Mafia trivia?
All right, this is a tough one. And we were talking about baseball where Kyler Murray should have played. But everybody knows this is a tough one. It's going to be a Bills thinking cap. You're going to have to put on your Bills thinking cap. If you know this one, I will be shocked. I just found out about this yesterday because I didn't know this. So everybody knows about Bo Jackson. Everybody knows about Deion Sanders. Those guys, 2 sport athletes. Drafted, to play. Actually, Bo Jackson was drafted by the Royals to play baseball, but he played football on the side. Deion played for the Falcons, but played baseball on the side. So it's kind of like thing. But there was another guy drafted by the Buffalo Bills in the second round to play safety, and the Bills did not want him to play baseball, so they traded him to the Falcons. It was a 2-sport athlete. He was drafted by the Buffalo Bills in the second round, also drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the MLB in the first round of the MLB draft. Can you name that player? He did not play a snap with the Bills. Just giving you a heads up. He was drafted by the Bills, never played a snap. He was traded to the Falcons because he wanted to play baseball. But can you name that player? Let's see.
That's a tough one. I can't even name that.
Yeah, no one's gonna. If anybody gets this, you come on the show. You come on the show if anybody gets this.
Player who was drafted in the first round by who in baseball?
No, second. St. Louis Cardinals. He was drafted in the second round for the Buffalo Bills. Drafted in the second round, but drafted in the first round in the MLB draft by the St. Louis Cardinals. And Buffalo didn't want him to play baseball and football. Traded him to Atlanta, where apparently they just don't care. That's just a thing.
What year was this? What year was this?
This was the year after Deion Sanders was drafted. So it kind of makes sense. He was a safety. He did play for the Falcons and play for the St. Louis Cardinals at the same time. So the Falcons at one point had two-way players, and nobody talks about that with the other guy because they talk about Deion because obviously Deion was just box office. But the other guy played 2 sports too, and they forgot about him.
All right, we got crickets. We got crickets in the comments, man. Let's give him another second here. But we got crickets in the comments right now. That's a tough one, Cuzzo.
Yeah, not easy.
Right. Go ahead, give it to us, man. Give it to us. Drop it on us.
Okay, the player's name was Byron Jordan. Byron Jordan, drafted in the second round to play safety for the Buffalo Bills, but was also drafted in the first round by the St. Louis Cardinals. The Bills did not want him to play two sports, traded him to Atlanta, where they already had a guy playing two sports in the name of Deion Sanders, but didn't kind of work out in football for him. He was a tough dude, played safety, got a couple tackles, but he really shined in baseball and ended up being one of the greatest players in baseball history. Byron Jordan he played for the St. Louis Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves. I think he got a stint with the Oakland Athletics too. But shout out to him, man. Drafted by the Bills in the second round, never played a snap.
Oh, interesting. Well, that must have worked out for him. Ended up being a better baseball player than a player in the NFL. So big time shout out to him. Sandra said she had no clue. Didn't watch a lot of sports back then.
It's all good. Fun fact. He did play in the World Series against my Yankees and lost. Throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. In 1999. Hey, man, Yankees.
Yeah,
27 championships, 28th on the way.
So, Cuzzo, man, we got to talk about this upcoming match against Cleveland. Cleveland's been dumpster fire all year, but we know the Bills. We just play down to the competition sometimes. 1 o'clock game, Buffalo headed into Cleveland. Need to handle business because we need to win out. I think ultimately keep Josh Allen healthy. Myles Garrett is playing like a freak on a leash right now. Freak off a leash right now. He's an absolute beast. He's the only thing I'm worried about on that team. The coach is really not giving Shedeur the opportunity that he really needs. So I don't believe Shedeur is a threat. But again, there's a lot of teams that get up to play the Bills, man. There's a lot of teams that get up and say, hey, I got an opportunity to beat Josh Allen. And they just play better than they've ever played. We can't have that. We need to put this team right in their place. We need to dominate all phases of this game. Special teams, offense, defense, secondary. We need to be at our very best. And I think we need to just come out with Shedeur not really being, his career being uncertain at this point. I think you just line up to try to stop the run. You line up to try to stop the run. And if that quarterback gets back there, try to cause some turnovers, get some tip passes, and put the game out of hand really quickly. I'm expecting the Buffalo Bills to pull this game off 42-21. Buffalo.
Okay. Controversial, but kind of makes sense. Do you let Mitch take this one? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real.
No.
Do you let Mitch take this one?
No.
Because we play Philly next week. No. Do you let Mitch go out there and take this one?
No. AFC East is still up for grabs. We don't know. Anything can happen. Miami is playing better. They can still beat New England.
I'm just saying, man.
Right into our hands if we win out. No,
I'm just saying. Patrick Mahomes got hurt. It's a terrible for the Big Four. Terrible year so far for the Big Four. Burrow, Jackson, Allen, Mahomes.
No.
Miles Garrett.
I never cut you off, but I'm cutting you off right now.
I'm just saying.
Mitchell Trubisky is not playing. No.
Can't we rest him?
No, bro. No. Stop.
I'm just saying. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Myles Garrett is scary, and he is on the other side. And I don't want him hurting Josh, man. I don't want him hurting Josh. I mean, we can let Mitch take this one. We can let Mitch go out there, hand the ball off to James Cook and Ray Davis. And
this is why I say
Josh down.
But this is why I said earlier in the show, I said, what did I say? I said, we got to, the second half team thing, we got to put that to bed now. We got to, now we just got to go out there and start crushing teams. Like, we've learned a lot of harsh lessons this season. Like we've been battle tested this season. If we haven't been battle tested before, we were battle tested this season. The teams you're supposed to beat, put them away quickly. Put them away quickly, and then maybe you can see Mitch. If Josh puts him away quickly, then we can see Mitch in the fourth quarter. Maybe. Okay. Maybe. Now listen, you got 3 good running backs, man. You got 3 good running backs. I think this is the game where you give Ray Davis a little bit more prayer. This is the game where you give Ty Johnson a little bit more of the ball to start getting, those guys ready to go into the playoffs too, and keeping Jimmy fresh. So I say those guys going to get a little bit more rest. Jimmy might get a little bit more rest, but Josh is not. No, we need Josh.
Hear me out. Just hear me out. What if we just let Mitch start, right? And if it's going good, then, we can let him stay in the game. If it goes bad.
I'm about to mute you, cuz.
I'm just saying, because Myles Garrett is.
I'm about to mute cuz right now, y'all.
Fine.
No,
don't. All the comments, don't come at me next week.
Nobody agrees with you in the comments.
All right.
Like that.
If we get up.
Like Darnell saying, this can happen against Philly too, because they got that big.
I would take that. I can live with that. I can live with that if he gets hurt in Philly. Cleveland is that stadium is an omen for sadness. And I don't want nothing to happen. If we get up by 3 touchdowns, if we get up by 24 points, take Josh out. Take him out.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
I can do that because you can beat this team with just running the football and stopping the run.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm hoping Sean McDermott is a better coach than I would be. Go out there and stop the run. Shedeur is really not a factor right now. We don't even know who's going to play quarterback right now. We don't even know.
Shedeur's going to start. Shedeur's going to start.
Okay, well, we'll see. It's been up in the air.
Hey, can I just give it Myles Garrett? Look, you already in the Hall of Fame. You already one of the best players in the game. You can just take this week off, man. You can just, you know what I mean? You ain't got to play hard. You ain't got nothing to play for. Your team's not going to the Super Bowl. Your coach going to get fired. You can just plan the Bahamas trip right now, and you don't have to go sack Josh Allen. Just, take this game. Take a game. Go out with an injury. Fake an injury, Myles Garrett. Please. Don't hit our quarterback ever.
There's not one guy on that offense besides Shedeur that I'm afraid of. And if you know a guy on this offense, I don't watch.
Judy's pretty good.
I don't watch.
Judy's pretty good.
Jerry Judy's not what he used to be. He's not.
Pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's got talent. Do you really see them trying to get this guy, scheme this guy open throughout the game? I think they're going to try to run the ball. They're going to try to run the ball against the Bills. That's what teams.
They got good running backs. Hey, they got good running backs.
That's what I said. Line up to stop the run. Line up to stop the run. Leave the nickel defense out of this one, please.
So nobody's on board with Mitch just taking this one for the team.
No. I'm not even on with Mitch playing against the Jets right now. Last game of the season.
Oh, come on. You definitely got to sit Josh for that one.
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Really? Wow.
Nope. Bro, we got to win out, bro. Like this is no days off right now. We put ourselves in this
position. Josh earned a day off. I think he's earned a game off.
This is no days off, bro. We got to find a kicker.
He just became a dad, man.
Yeah, he's not a dad yet. The baby ain't even born yet. But listen, we got to find a kicker. Our kicker is dealing with what is he dealing with here? Drop comments below if you know what he's dealing with. I think it was a quad.
Did that just happen? That just happened?
Quad or something like that.
Wow.
And don't forget that's the red helmet game for against the Jets. So we need Josh.
I know. So we could just, Josh, take a seat. Wear the red helmet.
Andre said, what's in that cup, bro? What's in that cup?
Ain't nothing in the cup, bro. I'm just, I don't want Josh hurt, man. I heard the silence was deafening in Kansas City when he went down. And Cleveland is just is sad. It's the other side of Lake Erie. I I don't want him to get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt, man.
Yeah.
Offensive line, show up.
Yep. Quad on kicking leg for Prater. So we're going to be looking for a kicker. Buffalo,
man.
Please. All I'm asking, Sean McDermott, don't play down to the talent, man. Please go out there and play Buffalo Bill football from jump. Go out there and put this team in their place really quickly. End the game very quickly. It's not a game I want to be watching to the end. It's a game I just want us to have. I want us to have it well in hand. Get ready to come back to Buffalo and play one of your best football games against, defending champions, that you still have to respect. Despite their shortcomings this year, it's another measuring stick game. And Josh Allen needs to rise to the occasion against another great quarterback. But looking right at who's in front of us right now is the Cleveland Browns, and we need to go out there and smack them boys. Easy.
All right, fine. Just not gonna let Mitch land the plane.
He needs to land the plane. I'm cool with that. But nah. Josh,
I don't want to hear y'all crying in the comments if something happens. I don't want to hear nothing.
Man, we got Superman, man. We good, man. We good.
Okay.
And I think one thing about McDermott, he is very leery of trying to take some hits off Josh. But lately, Josh has been doing a lot. So if we can get these other guys to corral my man and come around him and help him, give him some help. This is a ground and pound game, bro. This is a ground and pound football game. Whoever's going to win that ground and pound trenches battle, which should be Buffalo. Easily.
Hey, Josh, if you just want to go ahead and just punch Sal Capaccio in the face and get suspended for a game, we're cool. We're cool. Dude, just punch him.
This has been another edition of Buffalo Against the World. On that note, cool with Cuzzo Brad, man. We're here every Monday. And hopefully next week we're talking about another Victory Monday as we get ready and get set for the playoffs, for the road to the Super Bowl. Can the Buffalo Bills pull it off? And we hope that they do. This has been a real joy being with us. Thank you for being with us every week. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. And also make sure you follow us on all platforms. This is Kulu, Cuzzo Brad, Buffalo Against the World.
This is Buffalo Against the World Sports Talk with Kulu and
Cousin Brad.
Bills Mafia. It's our time.
Act like you know, baby.
Act like you know.
Against the world.
High, big BSS, man. Buffalo versus the world, man. Take on anybody. Buffalo against the world, man. Buffalo against the world. I know what's going on, man. We out here. We outside, man. We outside.
Buffalo against the world.
The mafia, the fan base that adopt you. On Sundays we are not cool, and the other days we're robbing you. We haven't sent, we're handling wins. We spoke, we gotta say thanks though. Having cool years real dope, but I really miss the fan base though.